Hey guys, so a lot's been going on with Amber lately. We have people still rehashing all of the screenshots that have been sent out to Rachel and then out to various reaction channels from Emily. We have been watching Amber crash out regularly on her live stream. And then something interesting happened 2 days ago. And I've been trying to look into it, and I really haven't heard anybody else talking about this. So I thought maybe today we would poke around and see if we can figure out what is going on, guys. So I wanted to start with we all know that over a month ago, Amber crashed out on a live stream and made some very serious accusations against her Aunt Tammie, um, and then left YouTube for a month. And Aunt Tammie said that she would be filing a defamation lawsuit against Amber. We've been waiting for this lawsuit to fully take place. Like, we know stuff was filed with the courts, but we've been waiting for a court date to be established. We've had reaction channels saying that they would go and cover it and be court reporters for us. Um, I even volunteered to go since I am literally like a 20-minute, 30-minute drive from the courthouse that this would be taking place at. And we haven't had anything happen yet with that court case. So, um, I was wondering, is the court case still on? What is happening there? Well, we got an answer 9 days ago, on October 9th. Um, Aunt Tammy did a call-in interview with Jordy. It was very short, but I just wanted to play this one clip where she does talk about the court case so that we know what to expect.
Um, so, but I'm kind of laying low right now until after the court. Everyone wants to know if that's still going on. It is 1,000% still going on, and I will go all the way with it. And then after that, we'll be leveling up on other levels. There's so much more to say and share and bring to the light, and I'll have nothing to lose, so no holds barred. So you guys will be highly entertained here soon.
Okay, so we're told that we're going to be highly entertained soon. It is officially for sure still on. This was 9 days ago. Well, while all of this was going on, since she has been back from her break from YouTube, Rachel has been doing expose after expose covering all of the behind the scenes stuff of the relationship between Amber and Emily and about the behavior that was going on, the mistreatment that was going on, and why things really fell apart. Um, Amber tried to not address it for a while. She finally did address it, and she said all sorts of things and made all sorts of accusations and very clearly defined statements about who Emily was, the type of things Emily enjoyed and liked, but also the treatment that she got from Emily. And she kept saying, I'm being threatened. I am being threatened. That's why I haven't said anything. Well, suddenly,
Highly entertained. You're welcome in advance.
we get to this point. Amber went through and deleted all of her lives that she has done where she's been talking about Emily and addressing all of the allegations that have been made against her, but also, talking about the ways that Emily treated her throughout the relationship. And so we have tried to delete all evidence of what was said on her channel. And she posted this community tab post. We've already gone over it in another video, but just to refresh everybody's memory, I'm going to go ahead and read it here. And again, this was 2 days ago. I need to address something that has become a topic of conversation online. As you might have seen, there has been a lot of discourse between myself and Emily in which feelings were hurt and emotions controlled. I want to clarify an important point that I think may have been lost among the chaos. Emily, to my knowledge or belief, has never intentionally caused someone's health to decline, nor has she ever intentionally caused somebody to die. I do not believe that she would ever want to cause somebody's health. She has always shown care regarding my health and been a very caring person in that way. Any statement to the opposite effect does not align with what I believe about Emily at all. She has never deserved the kind of hate or accusations that have been happening in the last year and a half. Lastly, I want to remind my audience and the Reaction Channel audience that while the drama is entertaining to you, there are real people with real lives behind it. Please do not make this worse for anyone involved. To do so is harmful, not helpful. These past few days have been extremely painful for both of us, and I need everyone to know that I will be continuing to take some time to pause, reflect, and focus on moving forward in a healthier way. Thank you to everyone who's shown kindness and understanding during this time. Everybody assumed, and the comment section on this post are full of it. Everybody started talking about the fact that maybe this means she's going to have double lawsuits. Does this mean that Emily is now suing Amber for defamation because of everything that she said? And that's why we are working so hard to clear everything out. Some people also assumed maybe it was because they were together, but a lot of people were really looking at the lawsuit route. Could that be what's happening right now? Well, for Emily to sue Amber, she would need to come to Oklahoma and file against Amber here. Well, that's easily, like, we can easily discover this, and we can see if anything has been filed with the state of Oklahoma against Amber. So I went to the government website that has public information on it. It is oscn.net. I went to search the dockets to see if Emily had filed anything. There's nothing there from Emily. However, I also made a shocking discovery, and this is what I really wanted to talk about in this video today. So I went to OSCN and I typed in Tammie's name. We all know Tammie's name. Tammie's name is actually her YouTube handle, so this isn't, privileged information or anything like that. So I typed in Tammie's name. I have previously covered the court filing that Tammie did and talked about, how that works here in Oklahoma. So I already knew what county it should be in. However, to get to that page, you have to type in the party case number, whatever, to get that page to pull up for you. So we get to this page, and this should be where our court document is, and it was originally filed in Oklahoma County because that's the county that Amberlyn resides in. There's nothing here, guys. Aunt Tammie's lawsuit has disappeared. So, what is going on? I did do some research into this, and it looks like if a lawsuit is dropped, so Aunt Tammie said that she was misled about how she filed, so it would have to be a different lawsuit. So she may have dropped the previous lawsuit so that she could file a new one. But it should still stay on the court records that something was filed against Amber. It does say, however, that if a lawsuit is dropped against you and you do not want it attached to your record, that you can pay to have that expunged from your record. So, did Amber pay to have that expunged from her record? Do you think that's something that would be important enough to her that she would expunge it? The other thing that could have happened here is that cases can be sealed away from the public if you give the courts a good enough reason for it to be sealed away. So, does this mean that Amber has gone before the court system and put forth the argument that this case needs to be sealed away? And the public doesn't need to have access to it because I am a public figure with a huge YouTube following. I have so many reaction channels that cover me and talk about this. I have reaction channels that are saying that they will show up to court to view this, and I would feel that is harassment and it would be unsafe for me. If that is the case, then a judge could seal it so that the public would not have access to those records. But either way, at this point, the lawsuit's gone. There's not a public record of it. The only record that we have of it anymore is going to be reaction channels that have taken the screenshots, done videos on it, possibly saved those screenshots. But as of now, it's gone. and I'm not quite sure what to make of it. I looked it up on my phone 2 days ago, and it wasn't there. And I looked it up the day that she posted that community tab post. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm just missing something. Sometimes when you look at things on your phone, you get a smaller version of the website, you get less results. Maybe that's my issue. So then, got home, got on the laptop, looked it up, still not there. So then I started doing research, trying to figure out why it would not be there. And right now, it looks like the only way that it wouldn't be there is because Amber is working to make it disappear, which I find very, very interesting, especially with all the live streams. And I find it weird. She disappeared. She removed all of the live streams that had to do with Emily and what she was saying about Emily, but the live stream about Aunt Tammy is still there. So something is going on to make her remove the ones with Emily, not Tammy. Um, so I thought maybe, she's trying to make it all disappear so that if Emily files lawsuit against her. Um, it's not public record that there's also a lawsuit going on with Aunt Tammy. I'm really not sure. I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. And I'm very curious to see what the community as a whole thinks because I have not seen anybody else talking about the fact that this lawsuit that we've all been waiting for, her finally having to pay the price for how she treats people and the way she speaks about people. We've been waiting for this to happen so that she could get her comeuppance. Like, it's time for her to finally get some type of punishment for what she does. She needs to see that actions have consequences. What happened? Where did this go? How did she make it disappear? I'm very curious to see what anybody has to say, and I'm also very curious to see if Aunt Tammy is going to address this, or if she's been told that she needs to keep her mouth quiet, and not have engagement with reaction channels anymore because Amber had this record sealed for her own safety. We may not find out until after the court case is over if there's still a court case. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Um, until I see you next time, I'm going to remind you that I need you to be good and behave yourselves. But if you can't, at least do it right and make me proud, and then post it online so we can talk about it later. Bye, guys.